Yeah. We in here. We in here. What's up? What's good? What's poppin'? What's cracking? What's percolating? What's really good? It's your man Theo Butler. Yeah, we in here. Yeah, we in here. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Informative time. Yeah. Educational time. Yeah. Continuity time, if you will. I'm thoroughly excited about this video. I don't know if y'all can tell and everything like that. Y'all let me know if the lights are disturbing us and everything like that. But yeah, I'm excited about this one. I'm excited about this one. I see we got two. That's a crew. That's all I need right there. That's all I need. We gonna make it do what it's gonna do. Folks gonna have to pick up the replay. Yeah, folks gonna have to pick up the replay, the rewind. Oh, I'm excited about this one. And go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and everything like that. If you like the knowledge that we get ready to drop, that's what I said. I said get ready. I'm gonna do that. If you like the knowledge we get ready to drop, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We running the 1700. That's what I said. We run the 1700. We got a great show today. Oh Lord Jesus, have mercy. Folks talking so much about T'Challa. I figured, well, if we gonna talk about T'Challa, can we get some education? Yeah. I ain't gonna tell you to go read no comic book. I ain't gonna tell you to wait to 2028. I ain't gonna tell you none of that. No. What I'm fixing to do today, with the assistance of the rest of my brethren in the Rock With Me Nation, is level up your knowledge. Because see, you say you're a Black Panther fan. I didn't say that. You tuning into this video is because you interested in something Black Panther. You either care or you don't. You either care or you don't. You either want what Clark Kent fans got or you don't. You either want what Peter Parker fans want or you don't. You either want what Bruce Wayne fans want or you don't. You ain't got to take it. No, I'm finna walk in the footsteps of who I follow. I'm just gonna say what I got to say, and I'm gonna go on about my business. I ain't gonna get mad if you don't care. I ain't gonna get happy if you do. I like it. I would like it, but no, this is about leveling up knowledge, and you either want it or you don't. I can't make you. I can't not make you. I can't do nothing but do this video. So with that said, the reason for this video is because I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube, and a lot of them wrong. They will quote stuff comic book wise when it comes to them three names that I just mentioned. But when they get to talking about you and yours, they somehow conflate the MCU with the comic books. And I don't know how they do that. And I don't see nobody saying nothing. So I'm like, well, you are the Black Panther channel. I didn't say expert. I didn't say that. I said channel. I said, well, you are the Black Panther channel. Maybe they not speaking on it because they don't know to speak on it. And I'm saying to myself, you know what? I just got here. That excuse sound good and everything like that, but I'm not the most popular, well-known Black YouTuber when it comes to Black Panther stuff and everything like that. No, I'm definitely, if I ain't the most popular Black YouTuber, I know damn good and well I ain't the most popular YouTuber when it comes to comic book stuff. Ain't nobody from the MCU checking for me or nothing like that, or the Rock With Me Nation. So I'm trying to figure out, okay, never mind. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, right? Just like folks say they're a Black Panther fan, you say you're a Black Panther fan. So it's with that spirit in mind, us fans gonna talk amongst each other. Amen. Amen. Us Black Panther fans. Now, if you a Black Panther fan, MCU, you're more than welcome to pull up and learn. You see what I just said? I said, if you're a Black Panther MCU fan, you're more than welcome to pull up and learn. You can't educate nobody on a damn thing because you still think T'Chaka's younger brother name is Njobu. So just stay right there. It's not your fault. It's not your fault, aside from the fact you ain't do no further research than what you got in the MCU. But, you know, hey, Today, we're going to give you what the real is and everything like that. No comic book reading required. Just, I'm going to do what I was taught to do by my family, though. I'm going to greet folks before we continue, because I wasn't raised to be rude and everything like that. No, you speak to folks when you see folks pull up. I see we got 6. Yeah, you can tell I'm using my other cell phone, my other mobile device. Let me see here. We got Immortal Sigma in the building. What's going on? Yes, sir. Wakanda forever. We got Groovy tonight. Ready to light the way you groovy. Hey, what that, damn it? Teddy, why you messed it up, Teddy? You messed it up. We got the lovely Grand Madam Tarot, my spiritual advisor, is in the building. Yeah, we in here. And for those who, listen, if you can't say nothing because you don't want me to know you here, hit that like button anyway. It don't really tell me nothing. Yeah, just hit that like button anyway. Yeah. That said, though, let's go ahead and do this, right? So we're going to go ahead and talk about the military outfits in Wakanda. This ain't got nothing to do with the MCU. We're gonna mention the MCU every now and then. But no, these are the actual military units in Wakanda. Just so we clear. Just so we clear. We got the Hatut Zeraze. That's the war dogs. Now, these don't go in no specific order. We're going to go through who they are and what they do. I'm going to tell you how the confusion came in. We're going to do that. But stay with me. So you got the Hatut Zeraze. That's the Wakandan Secret Police. Good? Right. All right. We got the Incharu Silema. You don't know who they are if you're coming over from the MCU. You don't know. You don't know. But never mind. You got them. And they're called the Wakandan Spy Network. Now you should be able to pretty much gather who they are, what they represent based on their name. You got the Bashenga unit. That would be the elite squad of the Wakandan army. Okay, all right. You picking up what I'm putting down. All right. You got the Wakandan Special Forces. That would be their standing military. You with me so far? You with me? All right. Now, if you are a active duty or veteran of the American Armed Forces, this video is going to be easier for you to digest than those that aren't. All right, cool. All right. Then you got the Dora Milaje, the Wakandan Royal Guard. You got it? All right, so we're going to go back over. You got the Hatut Zeraze. You got the Incharu Silema. You got the Bashenga unit. You got the Wakandan Special Forces. And you got the Dora Milaje. All right. First, we need to go over some stuff. The Dora Milaje were introduced during Christopher Priest's run. That's not 1960 nothing. That's not 1960 nothing. That ain't what that is. 2 issues after he introduced the Dora Milaje, and it was only 2. It was only 2. But 2 issues after that, he introduced the Hatut Zeraze, Christopher Priest. Neither one of those units were a thing in the 1960s. 1960 nothing, 1970 nothing, no, 1980, no, they weren't a thing. So give me Christopher Priest his due. The 2 Doras that we saw, Nakia and Okoye, they weren't bald-headed. Had on some nice dresses. If they were out of their teen years, it wasn't far. As in, if they weren't 19, they were 20, 21 years of age. That's how Christopher Priest wrote them. Nakia had a huge crush on T'Challa. The Doors were put together. At that time, it was by T'Chaka. By the time we get to the here and now, we find out Queen Nahanda formed the Doors. And the reason she formed the Doors was to keep the peace between the various tribes in Wakanda. Yeah, in essence, all of your strongest daughters can become royal, as in they guard the throne. The throne. The throne. If there's no royalty, there's no Dora. Like I could be a Wakandan diplomat and pull up, there's no Dora with me. Now I like what Ayo said. Wherever the Doras find themselves at, that's it. But if you see a Dora, you see a member of the royal family. If you don't see a member of the royal family, you don't see a Dora. Here's where we get the confusion, because the movie came out in 2018. Well, I told you how Christopher Priest had them, the client. They were assigned to watch T'Challa. Wherever we saw T'Challa, we saw the Doras. We really didn't see Nakia and Okoye without T'Challa. That shout out to Christopher Priest. In regards to the Hatut Zeraze, I'll come back and spin the block on them. But then we get more stories. Maybe I should have named this video Continuity or Confusion. Y'all let me know. Well, we get Reginald Hudlin. He got daughters, I got daughters. You don't really see anybody else, as in no other military unit aside from the Doras. And the Doras are doing some very un-Dora-like things under Reginald Hudlin. I love Reginald Hudlin. I love the creation of Shorty. I'm just telling you what it is. You don't see the Hatut Zeraze pop up under Reginald Hudlin's run. Mind you, this is problematic with damn near every Black Panther writer. They don't respect what came before them. They just merely cast it aside. Well, is that continuity or is that confusion? So under Reginald Hudlin run, you get the Doras acting like a military faction. They do it all. They do it all. And this was only re-emphasized by, watch this, Jonathan Mayberry. That's how we got the Midnight Angels. That strike force of Doras that were out there waging a war against Doom. Mind you, even in that run, which we love, you don't see the men from Wakanda doing nothing. You don't. Shout out to the lovely Karama Horn, all the work that she did and everything like that. Ta-Nehisi Coates. You get Achilles. You get the Hatut popping back up. You get the Hatut now doing what the Hatut are supposed to do, being the military police. But let's get back to the Doras. They're now back to doing what they do. Guard the throne. Wherever a member of Roy, whether it's Shorty, whether it's T'Challa, whether it's Queen Mother Ramunda, they're supposed to be a Dora, at least two of them right there. That's what that is. The throne don't go nowhere. The royal family don't go nowhere. In essence, the Doras are their personal bodyguards. That's what the Dora's job is. Guard the throne. When you get Ta-Nehisi Coates, well, you saw the Doras. You saw what they were doing. Yeah, but you also saw the Hatut Zeraze. It ain't till we get to Jonathan Ridley where we want to vilify the Hatut Zeraze and establish the Doras once again as the only military faction. And actually that was trash because he wrote Atlantis as him having to come in and be the de facto military for Wakanda. Continuity or confusion? Because some other military branches sat there. It's different writers choosing to ignore the lore that has already been established before them. What does that do for a fan base? Does that establish continuity? Or does that instill further confusion? You would have to be a Black Panther fan to know that. But if all you're doing is picking and choosing out of cliff notes, yeah, I can see how you might come to the conclusion that it's just about the Doras and nobody else. But even as we read Black Panther comic books today, in which T'Challa is still alive, so is the Queen Mother Ramunda, Shorty has moved past being the Black Panther to now being the griot. I feel like I got to say that because what folks going to get in 2028, we going to have our own conversations that ain't got nothing to do with that. So that is what that is. But if you did not know prior to this video what the Dora sole responsibility is, now you know. That scene in Black Panther 2 where Queen Mother Ramunda is standing before the UN, shouldn't have been no men there. Unless the men are coming in after she gets started, throwing in the dudes who tried to board that frigate. That would have been the war dogs. So that scene should have played out like this. You see the Queen Mother Ramunda, right? On her right side, you got Okoye. On her left side, you got Ayo. She would have stood up, and each one of them two, probably would have seen the Kia standing right next to Ayo, seen another door standing next to Okoye and everything like that. Then you would have seen some brothers walk in, right? You'd have seen they'd have had on all white outfits. That's what they would have been. You wouldn't have been able to see their face, but you as a Black Panther fan, you'd be like, damn, I know what this is. Clearly, Hasbro knew what it was too. You couldn't have waited for them brothers to do this right here. One of them dudes do this right here. It's a white dude with a mustache, black hair. Every Black Panther comic book fan in the movie theater then damn near fainted because we know what this means. We know what this means. We're like, oh Lord Jesus. No, we don't. We oh Lord Jesus. One of them then did this. One of them then did this. He white. He with black hair. He got a mustache. I don't even want to talk about if one of them would have said their name was Achilles and he was bald headed. Lord have mercy, Jesus. But that's how that was supposed to play out. You would have had the Wakandan, right? Dora Milaje, that guard the throne. You'd have seen them in that scene, and then you'd have seen the war dogs. Why does that matter? What's the responsibility of the war dogs? One more time. Let me say what they are. They're the Wakandan Secret Police. We talked about the doors. We're going to spin it forward and talk about the Hatut Zeraze. I want to thank y'all that's still here. I really do. We just dropping new knowledge. What's going on now? Tell them what's going on. Now let's talk about the Hatut Zeraze. That would be the Wakandan Secret Police. Now, we've heard about secret police as adults, right? We to a degree, we know how to apply this, right? The Wakandan Secret Police. There's some credibility. It wasn't just anybody. That was Christopher Priest. And if we're gonna show Christopher Priest some love for establishing the Doras, well, we certainly gonna show him some love for establishing the Hatut, right? And even though we don't have a handbook, that's our fault. We working on it. Even though we don't have a handbook for the Hatut Zeraze like the Doras do, we do have Hatut Zeraze action figures, don't we? So they do serve a purpose. Hasbro ain't investing in them like that. They ain't released them doing that second movie if they didn't serve a purpose. No, Hasbro knew it was folks out there checking for them. Okay. So who are the Hatut Zeraze? Well, I said Christopher Priest introduced them, right? Right. But now we got Dr. Eve Ewing. Yeah. Cap Mendoza, former leader of the Hatut Zeraze. Yeah. Intelli. Yeah, this all went down on his watch. Kivuma. Yeah. Demon. First demon that I know of, but in Wakanda. But yeah, that right there. So we go back. So Dr. Eve Ewing, we got the Dora Milaje with the Honda, right? I want to say shout out to Jason Aaron. I forget who established that and everything. That might have been Jonathan Hickman, but we got that. And we got Dr. Eve Ewing saying the Hatut Zeraze ain't been around since back in the day. World War I, something like that right there. She done gave us a brand new Black Panther. I don't think we disparaging him saying, which a Black Panther, M. Telly is Azuri's father. Shut the front door. Shut the front door. And you give me some Shangemeyer back then too, huh? Damn, he old. Yes, Lord have mercy. So we got some stuff. We got some history established here. And what do we see the Wakandan Secret Police being ran by Captain Ndozi? What do we see them doing under Dr. Eve Ewing? We first come across them. What they doing? Purifying the land. You take that for what you will. I'm on YouTube. I got to watch what I say. They was purifying the land. M. Telly come around and say, hey, what y'all doing? What y'all got going on? Oh man, they ain't Wakandan, they got to go. No, no. Some of these folks, they ain't have no choice. We can't, and Ndozi sound a lot like, don't he? Don't he sound a lot like Hunter? No, they gotta go. They ain't Wakandan? No, they gotta go. No, you can't do that. You can't, Ndozi, you can't do that. Ndozi got mad. If you ain't down for Wakanda, I ain't got nothing for you. That was Ndozi's mindset. If you ain't got no love, if you not Wakandan, I can't do nothing for you but get you ghosts. Well, like I said, they was purifying the streets in Wakanda. That's what they was doing. And we got Hunter, Christopher Priest. He must have been studying Ndozi, but that was Hunter's mindset. Oh, I ain't got no love for you. You got an issue with Wakanda? Say less. I got an issue with you. And I don't mind deleting folk. You remember that statement Eric made and everybody fell in love with it? When he took his little shirt off and everything like that. I ain't gonna say that. I'm jealous because Michael B. Jordan geeked up. Anyway, he still ain't sent us the workout program. Anyway, we took his shirt off and bragged about deleting brothers and sisters all over the place just to get next to T'Challa. That ain't nothing new. That mindset, I want to tell y'all that new. It sound good because you heard somebody say it. Hunter been talking like that. Hunter been talking like that since Christopher Priest. Hunter been, if you ain't down for Wakanda, Hunter ain't even got them 2 words for you. He ain't got them 2 words for you. And he run it just like that. If you are considered to be, might be considered to be an enemy of Wakanda, you don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. Because the person you telling might be a member of the Hatut Zeraze. You telling them, that's gonna be the last person you tell. Don't tell them nothing. Don't. If you think it's a game, all that trash Namor was talking, they had 2 cyborg Hatut Zerazes pull up on Namor, and if it wasn't for Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, them 2 cybernetic enhanced Hatuts was finna delete the Prince of Atlantis. We talking about T'Challa. Oh, he's finna get deleted by T'Challa's secret police. He finna get deleted by them. Bump T'Challa. No, they was finna get him go. Namor was running for his life. If it ain't for Peter, this thing that went horrifically left. Yeah. That's them. That's them. However folks feel about the secret police over there, okay, but that was them. Yes. Fiercely loyal to Wakanda. You better not say nothing bad about Wakanda. You better not act out nothing bad about Wakanda. You better not They better not go to sleep and have a dream you thinking bad about Wakanda. That's because they paranoid. That's what that is. They paranoid. They so paranoid they done had to shut that unit down more than once because they just that damn paranoid. Like, you ain't got to be thinking or doing nothing. They think you doing it. You finna get ghosts. Hence the terminology, secret police. Yeah, I'm gonna keep up with these notes and we gonna keep going. I appreciate y'all for pulling up and everything like that. Do they change so much of T'Challa's lore because they assume people are not reading the books? You know what, now tell them? I would love to tell you, yeah. But how long I've been doing this now? So you know it's out there. Like you got to know. Like, if Hasbro dropped Hatut Zeraze action figures and there was no conversation had between the MCU executives and the toy company executives, because one is relying on the other to promote the other one. The movie promotes the action figures. The action figures help the movie reach its goal. Y'all ain't talking? Okay, never mind. You asked a great question, though. I don't know how they would think folks don't know, considering that clearly the toy line know. So I don't know, but you asked a great question. I ain't got an answer. I'm so sorry. Because I don't have an answer. But staying right there. The Incharu Silema. That would be the Wakandan spy network. You know, you would like to think that Jonathan Ridley knew they sat there. I'm of the mindset he did know they sat there. He just didn't execute it. Let's go back to Peter B. Gillis's run. Black Panther, that 4-issue run. The young lady that T'Challa met is a member of the Incharu Silema. That's the spy network. Okay, well, if Peter wrote this like he was supposed to, Jai is a member of the was a member of the Incharu Silema. The young lady that T'Challa met, she was a member. Those are the sleeper agents, spies. They are positioned all over the world as they should be. That's not wrong, regardless of how Christopher Priest wanted to paint that, regardless of how some naive people wanted to look at that. If you think every major nation doesn't have spies stationed all over the world, you're stupid. You stupid. You stupid. Like, you either stupid or you're naive. That just is what that is. And if they ain't ever got the dry snitch on themselves, then that means the country they're in never posed a threat. That means the person that they're married to never posed a threat. Hell, you don't know. The couples could be in on it themselves. Their neighbors never posed a threat. In essence, y'all remember that episode from Martin when they got the TV, him, Tommy, and Cole, and they said, keep the lie alive. They're going to keep the lie alive. If they ain't ever got the dry snitch, that they hope they ain't ever got the dry snitch. Well, that's the Incharu Silema. Not to be confused with the Doras, not to be confused with the Hatut Zeraze. And you ain't ever seen them. I mean, technically speaking, you're not supposed to. But let the MCU tell it, and way too many writers tell it. The Doras fill that role too. It got that down. Y'all do every damn thing, huh? Really? We don't even do that in America. Nor Russia, nor China, nor Australia, nor New England, nor Great Britain. No nation does that. But in the most advanced technological nation, that's what we're supposed to believe. It's just one military faction, and the men don't want to fight. They all professionals. All the men over there in Wakanda, ain't none of them join the military. So you get a couple of instances of the Incharu Silema, the spy network. Peter B. Gillis's run and John Ridley's run. Better executed in Peter B. Gillis's four-issue run. I don't know what the hell that was over there in John Ridley run. It was supposed to be set up like a spy story. I'm thinking we fishing to get us something. That's what I get for thinking. Quite a few of us got caught up like that. Plymouth Rock, I didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on me. I don't know how to feel. John Ridley and Marvel, C.B. Cebulski owe me some money. They owe all us some money for that 15-issue run. They owe all us some money. At the very least, they owe us a 15-issue 616 Black Panther run, 15 issue. But yet, if not, they owe us some money for that. Damn, so need a refund. I should be able to take my 15 issues of John Ridley's Black Panther to any comic shop and get financially compensated. I should be. For the same money I spent. I don't want no more money because I know it ain't worth nothing. But you damn, I ain't gonna accept less. I need that back. Now tell them, said, I actually thought the Spies in the Trash run by JR was the works of Silema and that they were going to be further developed. No. I might be the most disappointed with JR run because that's what I kept holding on to, believing the plot would eventually spin the block on the Wakanda spy network. But no. We want to invalidate him having spies. So America can have spies. But Wakanda can't have spies. That's crazy. That's crazy. And we mad. Folks literally went with that. Like the characters went with that rationale. So none of them folks, the characters that's in the military, know anything about the military. Okoye, Shorty, Aurora. Then Professor Charles Xavier have some files on them. So never mind. The only one that was wrong was the brother. Or that's how we played it. Moving right along. So who we got next? We didn't cover the Dora Milaje, the Hatut Zeraze, and the Incharu Silema. Let's go with the Bashenga unit. Yes, Lord have mercy. The Bashenga unit. Have we seen them? Have you seen them? Tell me, have you seen them? Tell me, have you seen them? Well, no, you haven't. I will give you what the equivalent of the Bashenga unit would be. It would be the Midnight Angels. That's a special strike force of the Dora Milaje, right? Right. What a Bashenga unit would be a special strike force of the Wakandan standing military. Just ain't seen them. Now, if I had to give you a vision of what the Wakandan standing military look like, I would go back to Brian Hill's Ultimate Black Panther run. You see the males standing out front with full military equipment on. That would be the Wakandan standing military. Of course, I said males, but you could be a woman and be a part of that as well. That would be the standing military. Well, if that's the standing military, the Bashenga unit would be, because that's the strike force, the special forces unit, that would be something similar to a recon unit. Navy SEALs. They show up. They don't really need no backup. No, they going in. The Navy SEALs, Special Forces, Recon, whatever you want to call it. Well, Delta Team 6 or something like that. Whatever you want to call it. When they go in, When they go in. No, not the Doras, not the Hatut. Not the in charge of Silema, because they just relay information. See, the in charge of Silema's role in this would be them hitting up T'Challa or Shuri in Wakanda saying, hey, here's where the dictator is right here, a couple of floors below us at this address. They will send that information to them. We actually saw this play out in Peter B. Gillis's run, right? T'Challa would get said information, or Shuri. They would notify the Bashenga unit leader who's around, like they close, they nearby, they nearby, they real nearby, and they would let it be known. And the Bashenga unit would pull up. They either coming in for one or two reasons. They're either coming in for extraction or extinction. Them the only two reasons the Bashenga unit is ever called by T'Challa. I got something I got to do. I need somebody rescued. Okay. I got something I got to do, and I need somebody to lead it, and I don't need no blowback on Wakanda. Say less. That's the Bashenga unit. And I just told you who the Wakandan standing military is. Yeah. Now, there is another group that's out there. You don't know this unless you're a comic book fan, though. There's another group that's out there. Another Wakandan military group that was just recently established because of the events in Imperial, in Baku. He got his own personal guards, the Ebony Guard. Their responsibility ain't to T'Challa. It ain't to Shuri. Those are his personal, hand-picked bodyguards. That's a unit. Wherever in Baku go, they go. Not the Doors, not the Hatut, not the Bashenga unit, not the Wakandan standing military. No, the Ebony Guard goes wherever M'Baku goes. That's what that is. Those are your Wakandan military units as they stand. There's a lot of lore there that's not being explored, not being written in ways. If I want to write Batman, I got to respect the stuff that came before me when it comes to Batman. I don't get to just throw stuff to the wind and treat somebody's contribution like it's trash, because quite a few fans have locked on to those characters that previous Batman writers wrote. See, you're going to get Black Mask. That wasn't always a Batman villain. That's not what that was. That's not. No, when I came around, you had the normal rogues. You had Catwoman. You had the Riddler. You had the Joker. You had Mr. Freeze. You had the Pink. Wasn't no Bane, but we still got Bane, don't we? Hell, we got Bane's daughter. That's crazy. But we wasn't doing. No. We kept the older characters around. We integrated older characters with newer characters to establish continuity. We didn't eliminate older characters just to replace them with newer characters. That doesn't do anything but establish confusion. Well, the reason for this video tonight, one, is the education aspect of it. My brother Daryl likes to say, and I'm absolutely with him, edutainment is the thing. It's his thing. He say that. So I wanted to do an educational video. Not only that, but to Natello's point, I wanted to do a video in which the writers know, we know. We know. We'll have videos like this to educate those that don't know, but there are those of us that know. We know. We know what's going on with the character, and we're just as dedicated to this character as other folks are to other characters. Y'all thinking we not. We gonna keep the education coming because there are those that want to know. They're gonna be those that don't care. We're not talking to them. They can listen. They can ignore. We're not gonna force anybody to want to be educated. We just gonna drop the information and let folks make up their own decision. I told you, 2028 can't get here fast enough for y'all. I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started. Well, there'll be more than enough people that want the knowledge we're giving them because they didn't know all this stuff existed when it comes to Black Panther. They didn't know their favorite character, a character that looks like them, had all this going on. But we educating over here. Yeah. If Bruce got prep time, T'Challa got prep time. Bruce got money, T'Challa got money. Bruce got gadgets, T'Challa got gadgets. See how that works? And nobody's gonna know it though if we don't say it, if we don't educate it. So that's what this video was about. Wanted to throw no shade. It was just to educate. Let me keep up with these notes. I'm about to run up out of here because I came in here for a good time, educational time. Definitely not a long time. Definitely not a long time. Let me see here. Now tell him says, Groovy Face. If they want to do a mini series for Black Panther, an Ebony Guard 5-issue mini would be great further developing a new character. I thought it would. It did. I think it would be. And that we talk about the Ebony Guard. We didn't even mention them other characters. What was it? Golden Arms, Black Diamond, Scythe, the Herald of Wakanda. Damn, did I get all them names right? Man. We just not gonna use them no more. I hope that ain't what we did. You know how many I ain't even used them when I was talking about the heroes of Wakanda because they was an intergalactic prime. Think about that. That's 4 more. How big is that list? And Africa, a whole damn continent. We just added 4 more heroes to Black Panther lore, and we can't get stop it. I want to do that. I want to do that. My elder, my mentor, Mr. Ray Smith is in the building. Yes, Mr. Smith. We were just talking about the armies, the military units in Wakanda. Their specifics, if you will, what their responsibilities are. I know there's probably some confusion because if you don't read comics, you like, oh, it's just the doors. The toy company don't even believe that. the toy company ain't even signing off on that. The comic book company ain't even signing off on that. No, because we low-key getting some stuff back. I just feel like we got to keep saying it because you know how you feel like you got to move folks? Like if you don't say nothing, they're not going to do nothing. You got to keep saying it to the point of like, damn it. All right. Well, they know. I guess we got to start. Because we saw the Hatut pop up, didn't we? We saw the Hatut pop up in Imperial. We saw some Doras pop up. Yeah. So that's the MCU thing. I like to let folks look. God bless you. As Denzel Washington said, my man, I'm gonna let you be great. Over here, us comic book fans. I ain't say MCU fan. See, if you're an MCU fan, I'm not slighting you. You just ain't got what we got. That's all that is. You're an MCU fan, and I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna go ahead and get on up out of here for real. You're not a Black Panther fan. You're an MCU fan. Stop telling folks you're a Black Panther fan when you know your loyalty is to the studio. Stop telling folks you're a Black Panther fan if you care more about the director. We don't care. Like I'm just telling you, if your loyalty is to somebody living before the character, then that's telling us you didn't know a damn thing about the character until somebody living played the character. That's not where our loyalties lie. We knew T'Challa before we knew anybody else that was in the movies. That's cold. I know it's cold, but that's real. Not say we devaluing what those folks did, but I'm just telling you, when y'all come over here, we be like, eh. Because you're not going to say that to a Superman fan. That's the whole damn thing about it. We know you only saying this for one or two reasons. The character's black, or you assume the fan base is just black. Oh, that's wrong. Oh, that's wrong and everything like that. So we're not going to do this. And some folks going to be like, is that a racial statement? No. We got black folks talking stupid too. So don't get in your feelings when we make that statement. No, we're talking about all the disingenuous, stupid people who act like the character don't matter. So that's what that is. Ebony Guard will be the Power Ranger Ninja. Wait a minute. See, I got that. You gonna have to talk to me, Mr. Smith. You got me thinking now. I'm looking up here like this now because I'm trying to picture what you're talking about. Like, wait, I don't think, because I'm a Power Ranger fan, we ain't finna do that, right? I don't think I seen that there's a Power Ranger Ninja. You know, see, I'm gonna have to see. You got me almost finished with Golden Arm. Oh, damn. Y'all didn't tell me that. So Mr. Ray Smith says it's a Black Panther fan. It's a Black Panther fan. Now, those that's going to catch this on the replay, I'm going to tell you what he sent to me. What he just said was he's almost finished with Golden Arm, Behemoth, I forgot him, Black Diamond, and Scythe. Well, he's saying Behemoth, Black Diamond, and Scythe, they done. Oh, I got to see them pictures. They done. He's almost finished with Golden Arm. He just needs to do the Wakandan Avatar, Lord Hammers. See, that's the Rock With Me Nation. I'm so happy. I'm so elated. Y'all know why? Because even if I ain't got him, the nation got him. Even if I ain't got him, the nation got him. Even if I ain't got him, the nation got him. That's all that matters. And if we keep moving, not if, as we continue to move as a nation, growing, getting bigger, at some point, we will make a way for those of us who don't have certain action figures to have certain action figures. You know why? Because sharing is caring. If you know, it's grows. And one of the things we like to say is, we got Wakanda at the house. That's what we like to say. So another thing we like to say, if they not going to give us what they give other people freely, and when it comes to Black representation with action figures and everything, no, we ain't got what everybody else got. We either going to take what they got or we going to make it for ourselves. Hope and pray we choose the latter. Well, we're a benevolent nation. Got that word from Grand Madam Tarot. We're a benevolent nation. So we like to make it for ourselves. Yeah, don't nothing give us greater pleasure than making stuff ourselves. Won't beg for nothing. Mm-hmm. So if you find yourself saying you can't wait till 2028 for Black Panther to come out, that's cool. It's fine. There are those of us that literally partake of the heart-shaped herb every day. As in, we get into our Wakanda every day. And we do videos like this, I don't know how often, to keep one another informed on all things Black Panther, Black Panther. How in the hell did y'all capping for any of them? I got to get this off my chest real quick. This is my crash out. How was anybody that claimed they're a Black Panther fan capping for either one of them damn Black Panther video games? You say you're a Black Panther fan. You was really no, y'all lying y'all ass off. Stop lying. I ain't talked to one Black Panther fan yet wanted either one of them damn video games. And you know what? I know I was talking to Black Panther fans because they were able to articulate why in ways in which those who wanted the video game, you know what you wanted? You just wanted a damn video game. Y'all lame. Y'all lame. I'm out. Mr. Smith, we're gonna have to link up so we can get them pictures and everything like that. That said, hit the like button. I know it ain't but 2 people here. It's dinner time. It is what it is. It's Thursday. I get that too. But if you stayed past 5 minutes, if what I said made sense, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends, it's somebody out here talking about Black Panther on a consistent basis. You ain't got to wait till 2028. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. And remember the late, great Don Cornelius and Chadwick Boseman. I wish each and every last one of you love, peace, and so, yeah.